Drew, just take us through coming into the game, how you saw the way Cincinnati was trying to defend you and what you guys were able to do to have some success at that point in the game.
I knew I was going to come in the second half and play, and, I was just going in there and executing and doing whatever I could do when my number was called. So, kind of like all the other guys said, that's all, developed throughout the week of practice and, Coach Reese getting us ready for the game day. So, it's a credit to him for, me being able to go out there and be confident in my play and in the offense. So, kind of, always practicing well is good.
At what point in the halftime did either Coach Reese tell you or Coach Kelly tell you that you were going in?
Actually, after we ran onto the field, Coach Kelly came up to me and told me I was going in, and that's what he told me.
After you guys ran back onto the field for the second half?
Yes, sir.
Got it. And your week of practice, how did you feel like you performed at practice, and did you feel like you got a boost from the Wisconsin game just in terms of confidence and ability to execute?
Yeah, for me, every week of practice is the same, and it's just like Coach Reese, tells us how to practice, and Jack and Tyler, we all approach practice the same. We stay late, we stay till 9:30, 10 o'clock every night watching film, and that's our main priority throughout the whole entire week is how hard we practice. And Coach Kelly really, it's his main thing is our preparation is gonna make us perform. So practice is the most important thing, and we just got to keep getting better every single day.
Tyler Horka is next in the front.
Drew, obviously, the last couple of weeks have been a little bit different for you, getting into the game against Wisconsin and then playing a full half here today. Just curious what the last couple of weeks have been like for you. I know the backup quarterback is always told to be ready, but it seems like it's intensified a little bit. And, Coach Kelly was just in here saying we've got to figure some things out at quarterback. So for you to be right in the middle of that, what's that been like?
It's awesome to go through with, I'll say it a million times, but, with Coach Reese, Coach Kelly, Tyler, and Jack, we're all like this. We're all really close. And so, there's no controversy between us. There's never any sign of doubt between us. Whoever's on the field, we all have each other's back. So, that's all. We're all just trying to get better. And, I think the biggest thing for me is, always keeping a positive attitude. Notre Dame's such an incredible university. I've gone to church almost, every other night for the past couple of weeks, just sitting in the Basilica by myself, just, thinking about the day, thinking about the week, and having a positive attitude at all times. So, just preparing every single week and with those guys and, having confidence in ourselves is the most important thing. So,
Patrick Engel is next in the front.
Drew, when you got in there, what did you notice in terms of coverages that Cincinnati was doing, and particularly their ability to limit Kevin and kind of hold him just a couple targets?
Yeah, hats off to them. They have a great defense. That corner is really good, and they played a lot of man. They played some too. So we just got to adjust, and we had a great plan. Coach Reese always knows what to do, and I just got to go out there and execute and throw the ball to the right place.
And then we hear teammates and coaches talk about your preparation and how you prepare as if you're the starter. How, I guess, easy was that for you to do, even when initially Jack got the nod to start the year?
Yeah, I mean, Jack, first of all, is one of my best friends, and he's an unbelievable person, an unbelievable quarterback, and he prepares harder than anybody else. And so, we're all like this, like I said, and I just always have stayed ready. It's just how I am. Ian led me that way last year, and I'm so thankful for him, and I'll always be grateful because he always dragged me along. Staying till 10 o'clock last night, and being in there with him and Coach Reese was something that I'll always be thankful for, and that led me in the right direction, and I'm doing the same thing now, and no matter what the circumstance is for the rest of my life, I'll always be ready.
Doug Farmer is next in the front.
Drew, to your right, you mentioned always being ready. I'm guessing Coach Kelly told you were going on the field during that first defensive possession in the start of the second half. What went through your head at that point? It's a bit different than last week when you see Jack come off limping.
Yeah, well, in my mind, it's kind of honestly, it's kind of the same. It's always, what can I do to go help my teammates and to go out there and execute whatever play Coach Reese calls. So, there wasn't any, my heart didn't drop. There was no nerves. There was no anything. It was just the same calm, same thing I had the whole entire first half. And I just needed to go out there and execute.
Think you just walk us through that touchdown pass to Braden. You're just throwing it up there for him to make a play.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. You know, Braden works really hard in practice. He probably runs harder, and you know, he's really fast, and you know, he does that every single day in practice. And you know, sometimes we don't connect in practice, but he's always running his butt off. And so, you know, it's really awesome to see him finally come down with one, and you know, I'm really happy for him.
Ian Thomas is next.
Hey, Drew. So after spending last year, you know, backing up Ian and more of a scramble, elusive quarterback, and then Jack this year, and working with Tyler as well, more of a pocket passer, what have you felt you've taken from both those guys and working with them in the QB room?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question because, you know, Ian was unbelievable to me, and you know, I'm just so thankful to be around such great guys who, you know, are great people, but also, you know, prepare the right way. And you know, Ian did that, Jack does that, and Tyler does that. We all kind of help each other, and you know, there's never a doubt, or you know, we're never missing a beat. Whenever whoever's on the field, you know, we always have each other's back, and you know, I'm so thankful to be around such a great group of guys, and you know, it's a testament to Coach Reese and Coach Kelly for, you know, all getting us here together, and you know, I'm just thankful to be a part of it.
Tim O'Malley is next.
Drew in the middle. Mike Mayer kind of mentioned that they were able to mix in some zone, and that they're obviously a heavy press man team usually. Did they just disguise it better than you had seen on film, or they disguise it better than other teams?
You know, when they go too high, it was kind of, you know, they played zone, and I just got to go out there and execute the call. So, you know, whatever defense they're in, whatever Coach Reese calls, I got to go out there and execute it and, you know, do one play at a time. And, you know, they're a great defense and have a lot of really good players. So, you know, hats off to them.
And in the back, go right ahead.
Drew, we've seen your intensity in the last couple of games. How would you describe your mindset during the most difficult parts of this game? And also, was there any coverage from them that made you feel frustrated?
Coverage-wise, no. You know, like I've said, you know, you just got to go out there and execute. And then, you know, going out there with energy and, you know, is something that I've always been, you know, confident about. And, you know, going out there with my teammates and, you know, those guys and, you know, being such a great unit on the offense is what makes me be able to go out there and have confidence. So, you know, it all started when last year against Alabama, that one play I went in, all those guys came up to me in the huddle, and, you know, obviously I was a little nervous, but, you know, that group of guys has, you know, always had my back, and it's been the same thing this year. So, you know, I've always been thankful to be around those guys, and will always be confident.